A Texas judge ordering the release of dozens, if not hundreds, of migrants who were arrested in what many have called a riot at the border last month. We have shown you this video before. El Paso's county judge ruling on Sunday, Easter Sunday, that they must be released without bond after the district attorney's office was not ready to go ahead with detention hearings for some of the defendants in this case. For more, let's bring in Terrell County, Texas Sheriff Thad Cleveland, who is a 26-year veteran of the Border Patrol. Sheriff, it's always good to have you. How do you even explain this? I mean, some of these migrants face charges of an assault on a public servant.
You know, here we go again, Markie, and good morning to you. But, you know, week after week, we continue to see these decisions come down from different courts, from different judges that are really undermining what our law enforcement agents are out there doing. It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm. What kind of message do you think that the ruling sends, not only to additional migrant groups who are traveling here, but also law enforcement patrolling our borders each and every day?
Well, of course, with the migrants, it's going to embolden them. It's going to let them realize that there's no consequence for their actions at our border, or even when they get in the United States. But I'll tell you again, you know, having been amongst the rank and file of U.S. Border Patrol agents and having experienced maybe not this same situation, but prior instances where assistant U.S. attorneys refuse to prosecute somebody for assault on a federal officer, it sends a message that really can demoralize the agent because they don't think anybody has their back.
Yeah, and how concerned are you after this ruling came down yesterday that we'll see a repeat of something exactly like this on the horizon?
You know, again, the more we continue to see judges and courts pass laws such as allowing illegal aliens to carry a firearm, now allowing them to create havoc like this, and then there's no consequence. They're allowed to walk out the door, and then now that they're here illegally, and or they've been let in on a notice to appear, they don't have to show up to court until 2035. Again, they're going to think it's a joke and that they can do as they please. And then again, we're going to see possibly another incident like this, and you know, you risk someone actually getting hurt.
Yeah, and so many of these people will never actually be seen in a court of law. I wanted to play a bit of sound for you, Sheriff. I know that Texas border czar Michael Banks says that the March 21st incident at the border underscores the importance of the border wall itself. Let's take a listen.
The greatest thing you'll see is when they push past the wire, guess what stopped them? The border wall. The actual border wall that was built held them back.
Do you agree with Mr. Banks, Sheriff, just how critical is a physical wall in a situation like this?
You know, and actually, Mike's going to be here tomorrow, and he's a fellow Border Patrol agent as well, a retired Border Patrol agent. And you know, we have been around this type of situation, talking about border security for you know, our adult careers. No, he's exactly right. You know, a border barrier will assist it in areas such as El Paso, where you have that urban environment all across the border. But you take in places like ours out here in West Texas, where we have a God-made barrier with the Rio Grande River canyons. So, you know, it's a mixture of the right combination of technology and infrastructure. Then, of course, you have to have somebody wearing a badge that can get out there and make that arrest.
Well, it's terribly unfortunate to see just complete uprisings like this happening along the border. Sheriff Thad Cleveland, I always appreciate your time, and I hope you had a wonderful Easter Sunday weekend.
Thank you, Markie. Appreciate y'all continuing to cover the border like y'all do. It's important, and just grateful for it. Thank you.
We'll keep a spotlight on it and have you back soon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. Also, don't forget to click that red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.